On November 6, 2021, a Lowndes County Sheriff's Office deputy spotted Uriah Wade Hall speeding on his silver Suzuki Hayabusa motorcycle, exceeding the posted limit by more than 20 miles on Shiloh Road in Hahira, Georgia. When the deputy attempted a traffic stop, Hall accelerated, then slowed near the interstate ramp. Hall signaled his intent to flee, entering the southbound I-75 ramp and reaching speeds of 145 miles per hour, maintaining this high speed for over 20 miles. Three patrol cars were closely trailing the suspect as he sped down the highway, with one trooper getting dangerously close to the biker. The trooper considered making a risky move, attempting to hit the biker at these high speeds. It's a tough call. While it could have ended the pursuit quickly, it could also have resulted in a dangerous crash, risking both the biker's and officer's safety. Hall lost control of the motorcycle and crashed, coming to rest on the ground in the far left lane of travel. Thankfully, the high-speed chase came to an end. EMS was called to the scene, and deputies provided medical aid to Hall. Upon searching Hall, officers discovered a loaded 9mm caliber semi-automatic pistol, 829 grams of methamphetamine, a small quantity of heroin, digital scales with white powder residue, and $1,610 in cash. Hall's criminal history included several felony convictions, including burglary, possession with intent to distribute controlled substances, and giving a false name to law enforcement. Due to his prior convictions, it was illegal for him to possess a firearm, leading to additional charges. In Michigan, the suspect's wild ride began after an attempted carjacking at a gas station, thwarted by an armed driver. Undeterred, the suspect found an unlocked pickup with keys inside and fled the scene. A swift 911 call alerted Michigan State Police, who quickly located the stolen truck on I-75. When the suspect ignored lights and sirens, a high-speed pursuit ensued, setting the stage for an intense showdown. You won't want to miss how it all unfolded.
Sancho 7314, also advising he's actively trying to stop us from getting beside him here.
He's actively trying to stop?
Hey, firm, he's swerving a lot.
7314, which mile mark are you at?
Just passing the northbound rest area.
322.
Alright, it's our male with his units beyond. He's moving his hand. I don't see any weapons.
The trooper definitely had an opportunity to execute a pit maneuver here. Now, let me ask you, if you were the trooper in this situation, would you go for it? Let us know in the comments below.
All right, we got him. Is it down to one lane, correct? Yeah, he's going to have to make a decision right now. If he goes right, he's got to exit. If he goes left, he'll get into construction. But we're right here at the end of it. So we're heading to our 6, or is going to go off the road. Construction, we're headed to you.
Alright, we're one lane. We got a car coming up here. Let's see what he does. Still 92 miles per hour. I can't see.
Copy, 92 miles an hour still.
Looks like he's swerving a little bit there, maybe because the stops hit, stick hit. Looks like right front slow.
As they entered the construction zone, spike strips were deployed, and it looks like they successfully deflated one of the suspect's tires. This gave the trooper the chance to close the gap and make it easier to bring this intense chase to an end.
Good. Alright. We're gonna hit him here.
Successful pit, maybe. Car. Backed up in your 16 hit car.
The pursuit finally came to an end when the trooper executed a precise pit maneuver, disabling the suspect's vehicle just south of Mackinac City. The suspect, Donald Wade, was arrested and taken to the Otsego County Jail. Wade now faces charges of attempted carjacking and unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle, with additional charges of fleeing and eluding pending in Sheboygan County. On the night of November 27, 24, Trooper Trey Smith clocked a silver Mercedes-Benz C250 speeding at 106 miles per hour in a 65 zone on Interstate 430 South. Adding to the violations, no proof of insurance was on file. However, when the lights and sirens were activated, the driver turned off their vehicle's lights and dangerously accelerated to 117 miles per hour, sparking a high-speed pursuit. As the suspect weaved through highway traffic, their escape was slowed by other vehicles. This gave Trooper Smith the perfect opportunity to close in. When the vehicle ahead of the suspect moved aside, the trooper executed a precise pit maneuver, bringing the pursuit to an end. The suspect, realizing the game was up, was arrested without further incident. The driver now faces a slew of charges, including fleeing, driving while intoxicated, reckless driving, no driver's license or expired license, speeding, operating without vehicle lights, failure to present proof of insurance. In Warren, Michigan, officers pulled over a driver for making unsafe lane changes. The driver complied and pulled over to the side of the road, but as soon as he spotted a trooper exiting the patrol car, he hit the gas and took off, igniting a high-speed pursuit.
He's taking off.
Copy, taking off.
Charlie 21's primary will be calling it. It'll lane, continue southbound and crash it. Alright, looks like he just... he just banked his shots here on Sharper.
Westbound on 94.
Westbound 94. Notify Detroit and state, please. Wind down.
The suspect eventually came to a stop and exited the vehicle, along with his passengers. Tensions were high as everyone wondered what would happen next.
David 50 dispatcher, start the track for 18505 Kelly.
Heard of 18505 Kelly.
Right here. He right here. He right here.
The suspect was soon found hiding in a nearby garden, and officers quickly apprehended him, along with 2 passengers who had fled the vehicle. All 3 were arrested and taken into custody without any further incident, bringing the pursuit to a safe and orderly end. On August 23, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol became involved in a pursuit of a suspect who allegedly stole a box truck. This chase is surely one of the wildest you'll ever see.
Wrong way, Archer Road. Wrong way, Archer Road track. 100 block. Reserve and canal block. Reserve and canal block. Back in the right lane of travel. Good acceleration point. Anyone have any ideas on business? Can we fit a two-wheel drive or a two-wheel rear vehicle? What time is it again?
First of all, how do people think they can escape from multiple patrol cars in a box truck? Yet, despite the size of the vehicle, that didn't stop him from driving recklessly.
Definitely dangerous. You can get this vehicle off the road. Corey, where are you at now? Archer 93, Archer 93. 75 Cal Chinese 6 out in front of Master Coast. What are you talking about? I'd like you to update, please. Where are you eastbound? Or Patterson Burger King eastbound.
When I'm calling from ESO, eastbound.
ASO units 2300 Archer.
Knowing the risks involved, the trooper still decided to execute a pit maneuver to bring the chase to an end, but it didn't go as planned.
Locked him in at the perfect opportunity in that plaza.
Hey, pulling. Alright, he's running through the Best Buy plaza. Put on him now, the lead vehicle. Oh, signal 4 into a ASO K9, still eastbound, place D. Hey, you good?
Signal 4, and wrong lane of traffic. Evidently wrong lane of travel, pass. Stand by. Okay, so third corner. Attention, man. We are going through
Despite multiple attempts at a pit maneuver, the suspect kept fleeing, managing to evade capture every time. However, when he finally exited the parking lot, he made the surprising decision to jump out of the truck and flee on foot.
Southbound 34.
The suspect was arrested and taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end. What are your thoughts on this wild pursuit? Let us know in the comments. In 2021, Ohio State Police pursued a red SUV after the driver was spotted making unsafe lane changes and ignoring stop sign. A trooper witnessing the erratic driving activated emergency lights and sirens, but the SUV driver refused to stop, sparking a wild, high-speed chase.
Our county anchoring. Southbound on 202. Maybe the suspect that shot up in Pickler the other week. Speed's at 80. Traffic lights.
Rush at 202 and 40.
240. Late out with him.
There.
Where's the 24 be out with him? 5.
431. I need medic.
As the suspect hit the gas to accelerate, he lost control and crashed into a tree. Multiple patrol cars arrived at the scene and provided assistance until an ambulance arrived. The suspect was taken to the hospital, where he recovered and was later taken into custody. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What punishment do you think is fair for fleeing law enforcement? On July 4th, 2022, while in a stationary position, a trooper spotted a BMW driver speeding. As he began following the vehicle, the BMW accelerated. When the trooper activated his emergency lights and sirens, the driver refused to stop.
346 on 1080, 1080. Coming back 70, 20 west, correction 20 east, get back on 20, get back on 20. It's gonna be Tom, Frank, George, 9533, Georgia tags, TFG, 9533. Contact 962. Right here, get on.
As the driver entered the highway, he picked up even more speed, endangering multiple lives on the road. Determined to stop the suspect as quickly as possible, the trooper pressed on. The suspect stuck his hand out the window, gesturing as if he were going to pull over, but continued driving fast and recklessly. The trooper, focused solely on stopping him, closed in to execute a pit maneuver. The trooper executed a successful pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. He then exited his patrol car, arrested the suspect, and took him into custody without further incident, bringing the chase to an end. In 2023, a high-speed chase broke out in West Allis, Wisconsin, after police spotted a suspect swerving dangerously. When officers tried to pull him over, he floored it, leading them on a pursuit through the streets.
Residents. I'm going to try and jump up ahead in case we get so much space and hit it.
Big set Greenfield.
33 gives us the patch, please, so I can talk to them.
Continuing northbound, it's coming up to Greenfield now. Kingston and Abbey Street, Davidson and Parker. Over. Alright, pulling up for a little bit of traffic here. Continuing northbound from Green.
One quick-thinking trooper raced ahead, setting up spike strips, ready to stop the suspect in his tracks as he sped towards the officer's position.
What issue? I can call it.
I copy, keep calling it.
There's with 7 young
Over.
33, are we back to a chase on primary at this point? This 33 has one is driving.
Main Fair and Blue Mountain with 6. Continuing northbound.
We can't patch with them on that channel.
The trooper's spike strips deflated the suspect's tires, but he kept pushing on, speeding recklessly. Little did he know those damaged tires would soon play a crucial role in bringing the chase to an end.
224, Lamb, I'm with you.
10-4, just lost a tire, slowing down here at Research Drive.
Joey, what's the reason for their initial pursuit?
Fire someone down. What's the reason for the
Pit!
Flank, 10700 block of flank. Dick.
Driver's foot bailing, she's running south.
With a precise pit maneuver, the trooper forced the suspect's car to a stop. But she wasn't done yet, jumping out and fleeing on foot. However, her escape didn't last long. Officers caught up quickly, taking her into custody without further incident. On September 12, 2021, a 12-year-old boy led Doña Ana County Sheriff's deputies on a high-stakes pursuit in New Mexico. The Doña Ana Sheriff's Office had received multiple calls about a juvenile recklessly driving an SUV through the Las Alturas area. Deputies attempted to pull the vehicle over, but the young driver refused to stop, leading them on a tense chase through residential neighborhoods.
Hey, they just hopped into the hotel parking lot.
99, so please go in the wrong way on the Del Rey exit behind the movie theater. Hey, nice. So just still going the wrong way, coming up to the. They just head-on collision right here at the 25 exit behind Sam's.
The young suspect sped out of a parking lot, driving straight into oncoming traffic. With no time to avoid impact, he collided head-on, bringing the dangerous pursuit to a sudden and dramatic end.
Yeah, so just still going the wrong way, come up to the
45.
the 25 exit behind Sam's.
Which officer is in a 45?
Nobody.
Which officer is in a 45?
After the crash, deputies made a shocking discovery: a 12-year-old driver with ammunition for a 9mm handgun in his possession. Following the trail, officers found the gun tossed from the SUV during the chase. As paramedics arrived, bodycam footage captured the young boy in tears, claiming he was forced to drive by other kids in the vehicle. Officers immediately worked to detain the other juveniles. Thankfully, the boy was unharmed, while the driver of the other vehicle, who had children on board, was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The 12-year-old was later booked into the Doña Ana County Detention Center, facing charges for aggravated fleeing, conspiracy to commit burglary, and possession of a stolen vehicle. Police out of Arizona alerted Oklahoma Highway Patrol to be on the lookout for an armed robbery suspect in a stolen vehicle. It didn't take long for troopers to spot the car in Canadian County, and when they attempted to make the stop, the suspect hit the gas and sped off.
Down to your fill factor.
Eastbound to Kilpatrick.
950 City, shots fired. They shot one through the back window. Still pointing the gun.
Still pointing your gun.
Ooh, that was ugly. So yeah, I've taken one round through the front windshield.
Despite the suspect repeatedly opening fire at the officer, the brave trooper kept the pursuit going, determined to bring the dangerous chase to an end.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
Troopers successfully stopped the suspect near the Luther exit, but he exited the vehicle, grabbed a rifle, and continued firing at law enforcement. He took cover behind his vehicle as the Oklahoma Highway Patrol tactical team arrived, along with Oklahoma City Police and the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office arrived to assist. After a tense standoff, law enforcement was forced to return fire, and the situation ended with the suspect's life lost. In Escambia County, Florida, on November 27, 2023, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper was heading northbound on Interstate 10 when he spotted a sheriff's deputy stranded with two flat tires on the roadside. Meanwhile, other deputies were in pursuit of a vehicle with a suspected impaired driver. The trooper quickly moved to join the chase, determined to assist in bringing the fleeing driver to a stop.
Pull it over or you're going in the ditch. This is the Florida Highway Patrol. Pull it over or you're going in the ditch. South 336, are you direct? Exiting, going to be going southbound on University currently, so your bumper's off. Hit.
With a swift pit maneuver, the trooper sent the suspect's vehicle off the road, forcing it to a stop. But the chase wasn't over yet. The suspect jumped out and took off on foot, adding a new twist to this pursuit.
Get on the ground, dude! Get on the ground, boy! I'm gonna kill you! Get on the ground!
After executing the pit maneuver, the trooper jumped out of his vehicle and chased the suspect on foot, quickly catching and arresting him. The driver, identified as Patrick Kohler, now faces multiple charges, including fleeing at high speeds, possession of controlled substances, DUI, and driving with a suspended license. Another dangerous chase brought safely to a close. In Glendale, Wisconsin, on April 10, 2022, a stolen car sped through the streets before falling apart and spinning out of control. Police were in pursuit of 7 teenagers, the youngest just 12 years old. It all began at Bayshore, where Glendale police chased a stolen Kia. The driver swerved into oncoming traffic, narrowly missing another vehicle at an intersection.
Eastbound on the mill. They have two flat tires on the driver's side. They're going wrong lanes in the traffic again. There's no traffic though. They're coming up to one car on the mill that's going west. They're going east. They're approaching Green Bay. A red light on Green Bay. They're approaching. They're slowing down. They're going to be going south on Green Bay, the wrong lanes of traffic. I'm going to be terminating. They're coming up to heavy traffic.
I'm at 4 with 50 in.
10-4, just following, not in pursuit. They're coming up to traffic. They're south on Green Bay, coming up to Bender in the wrong lanes of travel. All right, we are east on Bender. I'm back in pursuit. They're on the correct lanes of travel.
With two flat tires, the driver continued to speed recklessly, showing complete disregard for the safety of other drivers on the road.
We are continuing east. We're in the correct lane of travel now. East on Bender, approaching Sunny Points. Their car is falling to pieces right now. They just lost their back tire and their back bumper. We are eastbound on Bender, passing Bittersweet Speed. Coming up to a red light at Bender and Port. Nearly missed the vehicle, slid out of control. In pursuit, drivers, black male, red sweater, black pants, short afro.
The driver eventually lost control while trying to avoid an accident at an intersection, and the passengers made a run for it. Police confirmed that there were 2 females and 5 males inside the car, ranging in age from 12 to 17 years old. However, all passengers, along with the driver, were arrested. Milwaukee police found themselves in a chaotic high-speed chase involving 6 people crammed into one vehicle. It all began when officers received a report of a stolen car. Once located, the driver and 5 passengers took off, sparking a dangerous pursuit through the city.
All right, they're taking off on us.
Turn my light sirens on.
3233 for the air. We're now southbound on 17th Street from Elite. Vehicles in the wrong way of traffic. We're in the correct lane. White Chevy Trax, no plates. Wanted for armed robberies out of District 1. Approaching Highland. Vehicle is now eastbound on Highland from 17th. Still in the wrong lane of travel. We're in the correct lane of travel.
Rear passenger's got
Traffic is
camo
clear.
hoodie.
Rear passenger is camo hoodie. Continuing eastbound. Speeds are approximately 30 miles per hour. Approaching 13th.
That was used in the robbery, the description.
All right, coming up to 12th. All right, he's going to hit the gas station parking lot on 12th and Highland.
The suspect recklessly drove into oncoming traffic, narrowly avoiding collisions but endangering countless lives along the way. Determined to bring this chase to an end, the trooper moved in to stop him as quickly as possible.
On Juneau, crossing 13th. Speeds are approximately 50 miles per hour. All right, northbound, 14th from Juneau. Secondary. Continuing northbound, passing McKinley, approaching Belite. All right, we're going to be eastbound on Belite from 14th Street in pursuit of a white Chevy Trax, wanted for an armed robbery carjacking out of District 1. Looks to be occupied at least 4 times. From Belite, speeds are 25 miles per hour. Continuing south on 12th, crossing McKinley. Multiple occupants, at least 4 occupants.
Island.
We're now north from Highland on the freeway on-ramp. 41 north.
43 north.
43
The suspect then entered the freeway, continuing his reckless driving at high speeds with no regard for the safety of others on the road.
3233 in pursuit of a white Chevy Trax. Opens to the car, continuing northbound. white van hit on the freeway. Notify the sheriffs. The occupants seem to be okay. Times wanted for an armed robbery out of District 1, continuing northbound. Northbound on 43, crossing North Avenue. Speeds are 79. Traffic is moderate. Robbery carjacking out of District 1. Occupied at least 4 times. All right, getting stuck in traffic. We're just south of the Locust exit here. Make sure we're patched with 5. All right, we're exiting. We are on the shoulder of 43 northbound. Still in traffic here. All right, continuing northbound on 43. Quarter mile from Key.
As the driver weaved through traffic, he entered a construction zone lane, a decision that would turn out to be the biggest mistake of his life.
4 times wanted for an armed robbery carjacking out of District 1. Speeds are 70. Traffic currently light. Road conditions are dry. All right, continuing northbound, passing Keefe.
We're getting stuck here.
Yeah. We are in a construction lane. It's possible this lane ends. Continuing northbound. Capitol is our next exit here. 3233 in pursuit. Looks like they're going to be blocked by construction equipment here.
Stop the vehicle!
Blocked by a truck, the suspect desperately backed into a patrol car, nearly hitting an officer. When he refused to stop, officers made the difficult decision to open fire, resulting in the suspect's death on the spot, while the other passengers were arrested. What's your take on this chase? Could officers have handled it differently? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. On October 28, 2024, while on routine patrol, a trooper heard over the radio that the Cleburne County Sheriff's Office was attempting a traffic stop on a reported stolen vehicle near Pleasant Springs Road West. The vehicle, a red Ford F450 towing a flatbed trailer with a skid steer, refused to stop, prompting deputies to call in the Arkansas State Police for backup as the pursuit escalated.
26 approaching Eagle Max 5. Left onto Madison Road.
We just hit Dennison Road. On primary, it's a dirt road I can't see.
As the suspect veered onto a dirt road, a thick cloud of dust kicked up, obscuring the trooper's view. Despite the reduced visibility, the trooper kept on the trail, determined to bring the suspect to a stop.
I can't even get the 5 minutes here, man. Watch him. Yes, watch stationary. Tracker 36.
North on Gravel Hill. Speeds are 55.
We are north on Gravel Hill. Speeds are 8.
We're taking a left onto Midge Langley Road and turning back onto Crystal Hill Lane again on the gravel.
The suspect stayed on the main road for a few minutes, but as soon as the trooper closed in, he swerved back onto the dirt road, trying once again to shake off his pursuer.
B18 Newport. I got up next to him. My vehicle's rolled.
With dirt and dust limiting visibility, multiple law enforcement vehicles were involved in collisions during the chase. After an extensive search, the suspect, Robert Eddy, was finally apprehended and now faces a lengthy list of charges. An Arkansas state trooper was on routine patrol when a driver sped past, exceeding the posted limit. The trooper activated his lights and sirens, expecting the driver to pull over. Instead, the driver accelerated, initiating a pursuit. The driver was speeding at an incredibly high rate, making it challenging for the trooper to close the gap. If you think the trooper will manage to stop this driver, hit the like and subscribe button to stay tuned.
Back on the road, go back west on Highway 5.
Going west on Highway 5 over 430.
Otter Creek Stagecoach.
Went into oncoming traffic. Coming up on Otter Creek Parkway.
Coming up on Otter Creek Parkway.
Hadn't had a chance to.
As the driver ran multiple red lights, he eventually lost control of his vehicle.
Like male driver, goatee, do-rag. North on Otter Creek.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Right now!
Once again, fleeing from an Arkansas state trooper led to no results. The driver was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. Write it down in the comments if you think Arkansas state troopers are the best. On April 18th, 2024, a driver from Texas found himself in trouble when he was pulled over by an Arkansas state trooper for driving 55 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. As the trooper approached the vehicle, he noticed the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt and could smell the odor of marijuana. When the trooper instructed the driver to exit the vehicle, the driver accelerated and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. That was likely the reason the driver fled the stop. During the pursuit, the driver could be seen throwing marijuana out of the car in an attempt to get rid of the evidence. The driver came across an unexpected obstacle, a random driver who ended up being the reason the chase came to an end. It's crazy how he fled the stop, only to be stopped in this way.
Stop.
He's bailing, he's bailing. You better stop! I'm gonna tase you! I'm gonna tase you! You better stop! Hold on.
The driver exited his vehicle and attempted to flee on foot, but a trooper quickly deployed a taser, stopping him in his tracks. He was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. In North Little Rock, Trooper Niles observed a black Lexus speeding on the highway and pulled the driver over for exceeding the posted speed limit. As Trooper Niles approached the vehicle and had a brief conversation with the driver, the suspect suddenly fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. The driver attempted to overtake heavy traffic, even going off the road to get around vehicles, showing complete disregard for the safety of other drivers on the road.
67 southbound.
The trooper can be heard planning to execute a pit maneuver, but it wasn't easy. The suspect was driving so fast that the trooper couldn't get close enough to carry it out.
Is there any way you can pay?
The trooper got very close to executing a pit maneuver, but with other vehicles nearby, it's hard to say if it was the best decision. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Well, fleeing from an Arkansas state trooper is never a good idea. What started as a simple traffic stop turned into a disaster for the driver. After crashing, he was rescued from the vehicle, arrested, and taken into custody without further incident. On August 30th, 2023, Trooper Kendrick Davis was stationary when he observed a driver fail to stop at a stop sign. The trooper got behind the vehicle and activated his lights and sirens, but the driver refused to stop, initiating a pursuit. The driver extended his hand out of the window, signaling as if he was going to pull over when the trooper got closer. However, the trooper didn't fall for the trick and executed a pit maneuver, successfully stopping the vehicle. The driver was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. On May 26, 2022, a yellow Chevy truck led Arkansas State Trooper Andrew Alt on a pursuit down a remote dirt road in the middle of nowhere.
I got one fella to stop here in front of me. Adam Boy Adam 95 Robert. We're headed back towards Mill Creek. He's fleeing now.
The trooper was unfamiliar with the area and struggled to provide accurate location information to other units. However, he continued to follow the driver, determined to bring the chase to an end as quickly as possible. After the chase on the dirt road, the truck driver finally made it onto a main road, giving the trooper a better opportunity to take more control of the pursuit.
We're on 75. Still using both sides of the road also. I'm on Mill Creek. I haven't crossed any side roads yet.
The truck driver decided to head back onto the dirt road again, but that wouldn't turn out to be the best idea. Stay tuned to see why.
Hot Springs, we just turned off. I'm not sure what the road is. Up there.
As the truck driver turned back onto the dirt road, he hit a hole in the road, deflating his tires. and this caused him to lose control of the truck, allowing the trooper to catch up and attempt a pit maneuver. However, the driver exited the vehicle and fled on foot. The trooper quickly caught up to him, deployed a taser, and stopped the driver. He was arrested and taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end. On April 6, 2023, Trooper Randall was stationary on the shoulder of a highway when a driver sped past at high speed. Trooper Randall immediately put his car in drive, activated his emergency lights, and began observing the vehicle.
The vehicle was doing 105 miles an hour.
The driver initially pulled over to the side of the road, but as soon as the trooper stopped behind the vehicle, the driver hit the gas and fled, initiating a pursuit.
South 61, 1024. Southbound to 67.
Well, if you were the trooper, the best move would be to stop him right away, but the trooper couldn't get close enough as the fleeing driver accelerated to a high rate of speed.
Okay, light just turned red. Just turned red. No car on the left, no cars on the right. No cars on the right.
The trooper was really close to executing a pit maneuver, but the driver brake-checked him, preventing the maneuver from being carried out. The driver then made a left turn and continued fleeing.
Okay, we're on Sunbridge. There will be 3 black males in the vehicle. Sunbridge, we are at 52. Attempted to put it on the road and slam on the brakes.
Unfamiliar with the area, the driver eventually drove into a dead end.
I think they're fixing the bail. They're opening the doors. You can see it. Get Fayetteville back here to this location.
3 black males, white hoodies. 3 black males, white hoodies that left the vehicle abandoned and still in drive. I'm going to be standing by with the car.
The trooper searched the area and found the driver and 2 passengers hiding in a backyard. They were all arrested and taken into custody, bringing the chase to an end. The deputy from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office observed a sport bike traveling at an estimated 115 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone on State Road 60 near the Vero Beach outlets on August 16, 2024. At around 2:14 p.m., the deputy confirmed the speed at 120 miles per hour using a radar gun and immediately initiated a pursuit.
Multiple cars, really extremely reckless, still eastbound 37. Passing cars, looks like we're going to be southbound on the boulevard.
approaches it, look like he might run out of gas momentarily.
Chasing a sport bike can always be challenging. With the speed it can reach and the ability of the rider to filter through traffic, it gives them a huge advantage in a pursuit.
All right, already up to 17th Street. We're going to continue southbound. Almost crashed, still southbound. Looks like he's on the sidewalk now. And wipeout, he just crashed. South of 17th Street Boulevard. Yep, he's helmet down. He's standing by the bike right now.
As the biker ran a red light, he lost control of his vehicle and crashed. Troopers quickly caught up, arresting the biker and bringing the chase to a stop.
Interlace your fingers, all right? It's done. Don't be stupid. You understand? Keep your hands like this or we're going to go to the ground. He's in custody. I have EMS in route for road rash. Outside of road rash, what do you have? I don't think anything. Just
On November 9th, 2024, Troopers Gaunton and Williams were conducting a sobriety checkpoint when the driver of an SUV stopped briefly before turning around and fleeing the scene, initiating a pursuit. The trooper managed to execute a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin out. However, it wasn't enough to stop the driver, who turned around and continued fleeing. As the trooper got closer, the driver signaled, indicating he would slow down and possibly stop. However, the trooper, not trusting the driver's intentions, decided to execute another pit maneuver despite the signals. The driver managed to recover from the pit maneuver once again and accelerated at a high rate of speed, continuing to evade the trooper. The troopers finally brought the driver to a stop after multiple attempts. The driver was quickly arrested and taken into custody without further incident, bringing the chase to an end. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this pursuit and what punishment should the driver face? On June 27, 2023, a smuggler driving a truck tractor led TXDPS troopers on a high-speed pursuit on IH-35 in LaSalle County. The smuggler recklessly drove on the wrong side of the road at speeds of 85 miles per hour.
He's driving on the shoulder on the southbound lane going northbound. We're going over 80 miles an hour.
DPS is in pursuit.
3 Boy 190 came on to...
I receive all units now heading eastbound 44. Eastbound 44. Just got to the left lane, trying to pass about 3 18-wheelers. I don't know if you're going to be able to successfully deploy spikes. Receive, taking the 133 pack 6, regular spikes.
He's losing control. Alright, we're turning into some ranch road. He's stuck, he's bailing out,
The smuggler veered off the road for several miles at speeds of 85 miles per hour before getting stuck and fleeing into the brush. Numerous illegal immigrants also bailed out, attempting to evade capture. Troopers apprehended 12 individuals who were referred to U.S. Border Patrol. The driver was pursued through the brush, arrested, and now faces charges of evading arrest, smuggling of persons, and reckless driving. On June 19, 2024, a smuggler driving a Ford led DPS troopers on a high-speed pursuit along US 277 in Maverick County.
Pulling on emergency traffic. We keep pulling on emergency traffic. 702 in pursuit northbound 277, passing mile marker 558. Behind a light pickup northbound, heading towards.
116 Del Rio Bell out, or correction, the vehicle went off the road onto a ranch road. I got cords when ready.
The smuggler rammed a ranch fence during the pursuit and evaded through the brush. They continued driving recklessly through multiple ranches, ramming a total of 5 fences along the way.
Warning, terrain.
And vehicle just busted through another fence. We are now northbound. I have cords for the fence. It's going to be 29 point.
Go ahead.
Top is going to be standby. Break. Standby. Bail out, bail out, bail out. We have bodies bailing out. Standby for cords. It's going to be top is 29. Oh, he threw his shirt off, dude. There's a blue long sleeve shirt right here.
Yeah, probably then.
Running, but they're all staying together. All right, these two just got up and ran. I have cords.
Warning, terrain.
Go ahead.
Horse patrol, hard left, to your left, to your left. Hey, troop, you're on them. Troop. 10 degrees to your left. Troop, yep.
Percent fuel.
1 second. I gotta find that other one, man.
Terrain.
Or you know.
They got him. K9 got one.
Oh, he did?
All occupants bailed out and attempted to hide in the brush with the assistance of DPS aircraft, U.S. Border Patrol, Horse Patrol, and the DPS brush team. 5 illegal immigrants and the smuggler were arrested. The smuggler, Carlos Alberto Urbina Miralda, an illegal immigrant from Mexico, now faces multiple charges, including 5 counts of smuggling of persons, 5 counts of criminal trespass, 5 counts of criminal mischief, evading arrest, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. On November 7th, 2024, Trooper Calvert observed a gray Ford Edge with an unreadable paper tag. The trooper initiated a traffic stop near mile marker 8. The vehicle initially pulled onto the shoulder, but after a brief pause, began driving north again. As the trooper got closer to the vehicle, the suspect took an exit, likely to avoid a pit maneuver, and continued driving recklessly.
Just cross zone. Still northbound. This service road. Please back 50. We're getting back east. East on Bailey, go right. Please back 59.
Trooper attempted 2 pit maneuvers, but they were not enough to stop the suspect. The passenger exited the vehicle, fleeing on foot with bags of marijuana. He jumped over a fence but was caught and arrested shortly after. However, the chase continued as the driver kept fleeing.
West on Hill, coming back up the service road. You gonna get your ass. Still northbound on the service road, coming back up to Bailey. Back there with him.
Hey, say your hands! Get on the ground now!
The driver didn't flee for long, as she was stopped as soon as she turned into a parking lot. She was arrested and taken into custody without further incident, along with her boyfriend from earlier, bringing this chase to an end. On August 31st, 2024, LAPD officers initiated a pursuit of a Hollenbeck gang member. The suspect, driving a BMW, was armed, making this pursuit especially dangerous.
Clear right. Stand by. Yeah, I got it. Clear left. Clear right. Good job, Terry. Clear left. Clear left. Stand by. Clear right. Going on the front. Stand by. We got 4 hits in there. If you want to get more bodies, stand by.
As the suspect entered the highway, he weaved through traffic, making it difficult for officers to keep up. However, after a few minutes, they managed to get closer to the suspect's vehicle once again.
Northbound Mission Road from 101 approaching Chavez.
We're going to be overhead. We are going for tracking.
Clear. They are good for tracking, partner.
Right. Westbound. Approaching that.
Clear right.
Far right.
Clear right.
You did. Vehicle PC.
I see him on the far right. He crashed into the car, bro.
Right, he's right here. North of Bender.
As the suspect fled at high speed, he crashed into another vehicle and came to a stop. The driver and 3 passengers were arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. On May 11th, 2023, a Forsyth County Sheriff's officer clocked a driver going 87 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The officer turned around, activated emergency lights and sirens, but the driver failed to stop, initiating a pursuit.
Charges speeding, 87, 45.
The officer executed a pit maneuver at a staggering 140 miles per hour. Truly intense. The 19-year-old driver was arrested on the spot and taken into custody without further incident, bringing the short chase to an end. For the first time on this channel, we're bringing you a chase from the suspect's point of view. A stolen Mercedes speeding through Australia. This is how it looks to flee from law enforcement. Of course, we strongly advise against such behavior. Buckle up and let's dive into this adrenaline-fueled pursuit.
You're right, he's just gonna move that and then... Go, 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 go! Go! Go, baby, go! Just go. Just go. Just go. You're right, babe, you're alright!
I know, I'm just getting away from it for us. Now, how's that for driving, darling?
Get me away.
Good driving or not?
Good boy, get me away.
The driver, a 40-year-old man, was behind the wheel with his 28-year-old wife as the passenger. Things escalated quickly as the driver began driving recklessly, showing no regard for the safety of others on the road. This chase is as intense as it gets. Let's see how it unfolds.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't say it otherwise.
You gotta get us out of here though, to get us, like, out of here. Away from them before we can ditch the car, babe.
I know. Yeah, we should just go.
I know, but we can't just ditch it here. They know what we look like. We got to get out back to Paranway.
No, we don't.
And ditch it.
No, we don't.
Can't ditch it here, darling. I'm telling you, we're going to get pinched if we ditch it right here, right now.
While stuck in traffic, the suspect began plotting how to get away, trying to find an escape route. Meanwhile, the patrol cars steadily closed in on the stolen vehicle, the tension building with every passing second.
They kept going.
Stuck in the traffic behind us.
Oh yeah, the black car? Yeah. Keep going, we're going to have to lose this one now. So just stay, don't red light us just in case it hasn't come up. Yeah, and turn here.
Down here.
Yeah.
And going.
Yeah, but don't go too fast so they can see you going.
You know, the driver made a split-second decision to run the next red light, and that would turn out to be a huge mistake.
We're in a chase?
Yeah.
After running the red light, the driver collided with a black pickup truck. The impact caused the stolen vehicle to spin multiple times before coming to a stop. The suspects quickly exited the vehicle, attempting to flee the scene of the accident. Moments later, a patrol car arrived, and the officer swiftly arrested the driver, taking him into custody. On August 25, 2022, troopers discovered a pair of dirt bikes being operated recklessly on East 40th Street near Quincy Avenue. A traffic stop was attempted on one of the dirt bikes, but the rider ignored the stop and kept going, leading troopers to initiate a pursuit.
The sidewalks on the, trying to evade the units here, so you can give me a signal 40 Cleveland.
What units on?
Came back out, going to be now northbound up to the next apartment complex. On Mark, take a right. So way back out through, he's going to be out onto Central. It's on the sidewalks, take a left. Be riding down the sidewalks here.
We can see the biker driving recklessly, weaving through residential areas, parking lots, and even on sidewalks. When one trooper got closer, the rider repeated the maneuver and managed to escape for a moment. However, with air assistance on their side, the officers now had a significant advantage in the pursuit.
SRT attempted to stop on him as well, but nothing there. Cut through backyards. On your left, marked on your left, just came into the neighborhood, he just passed you. You're coming back out to Turney, going to be now going northbound on Turney. Alright, I'm not sure what he's doing, he's making another U-turn. He stopped in the middle of the road on Woodstock, just as you make the left-hand turn. Now he's cutting through the park here. Again. I'll be cutting through that park. Let's see, going back northbound towards Warsaw.
After 7 minutes of intense pursuit, the troopers finally closed the gap as the biker pulled into a gas station, giving them the opportunity to make their move.
All right, gonna be back down on the road again. Gonna be back westbound. Making the right-hand turn, and trying to go up on the curb. He's out of gas, off foot bail. He's laying on the ground. It's going to be at Sandusky and Glenboro. Sandusky and Glenboro. SRT is going hands-on.
It's likely the biker ran out of gas and was forced to stop. With troopers right on his tail, they exited their patrol cars and arrested him immediately. The biker was taken into custody without further incident, bringing the chase to a safe and successful end. On June 27, 2024, a trooper from the Lima post attempted to stop a vehicle just after 6:30 a.m. for speeding at 86 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone on I-75 northbound near State Route 103 in Allen County. The vehicle failed to stop, and a pursuit ensued. When it appeared that the troopers had successfully boxed the driver in, the suspect accelerated once again, continuing the chase.
Where 3 was it? He's taking off again. Northbound from the 163.
The suspect accelerated even more, weaving dangerously through traffic, showing no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road as the pursuit continued. I'm not exactly sure what the suspect was trying when he veered off the road and then back onto it, but that was probably the best opportunity for the troopers to stop him. Here's why. The suspect began driving over 150 miles per hour, quickly gaining distance between him and the troopers. The pursuit lasted another 10 minutes, after which the troopers had to cancel the chase because they lost sight of the suspect. Now I want to hear your thoughts. What could the troopers have done better to stop the suspect during the pursuit? In Forest Park, an officer was stationary when a driver sped past him. Acting quickly, the officer put his car in drive and began following the vehicle. After activating his emergency lights and sirens, the driver failed to pull over, initiating a pursuit. The suspect began driving at an extremely high rate of speed, ultimately losing control and crashing. After the crash, the suspect's vehicle caught fire. Officers quickly rescued him from the burning car, arrested him, and took him into custody without further incident. On September 2nd, 2023, a murder suspect from Michigan was tracked to a parking lot. Ohio State Highway Patrol officers located the suspect and attempted to approach his vehicle.
We need to move in.
Police, stop! Stop! As soon as the suspect spotted the officers, he accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
Right, we will.
Okay, the SO took off. They're headed your way.
Okay. Speed's 100, 176 southbound. They're just driving all over the road.
176 southbound.
The pursuit turned even more dangerous when the suspect opened fire at the officers, escalating the situation to a life-threatening level.
Center lane.
He's got a gun out. He's got a gun out.
Now, 15 mile marker south, right lane. What's the 39?
They were up 15. 10. They were up 15.
They're right up here. Next bridge pillar. Pull over to median. South 14.
Realizing just how dangerous the suspect was, the trooper made the critical decision to accelerate and attempt to stop him.
Going to set up with spikes at the 137.
Morgan signal 6 just hit my right side of my patrol car.
South of the 15.
Okay, south of the 15.
Left lane, 894. Lane traffic. We're approaching the construction zone.
Left lane, approaching construction.
Going down. Right lane, still continuing. Coming in the construction zone. Visual contact. Fire.
Unfortunately, the trooper had several opportunities to stop the suspect, but each time the suspect managed to recover and continue fleeing.
It's a 20 now, right lane, still swerving at people. Units, left lane, Concord units, nearby. Approaching the 20.
The suspect briefly came to a stop at an intersection, prompting the troopers to exit their vehicles and open fire. However, as soon as the shots were fired, the suspect accelerated again and continued his desperate escape.
Shots fired.
Wolverine, wow, 50 rounds. Wolverine's in the median.
Okay.
Craggy of our unit injured. 31. 240, 240, 240.
Show me your hands right now!
After the suspect began driving in the median, he came to a stop and troopers opened fire, likely hitting him. After a tense standoff lasting several hours, the suspect finally surrendered, walking toward the officers. He was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild and dangerous chase to an end. On August 28, 2023, Trooper Tanner Middleton was on patrol when a Nissan sped past him, clearly breaking the speed limit. Trooper Middleton activated his emergency lights and sirens to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver failed to comply. After following the vehicle for a short time, it became evident that the driver had no intentions of stopping. Trooper Middleton notified dispatch and informed other units that a pursuit was underway.
No, don't tell me 1037.
All units, 1063, C9 at 1240.
The pursuit took a turn when the driver's tire was deflated, significantly hindering his ability to escape and making his attempts to flee much more difficult.
He's not driving erratically, he's got a blowout. Okay. Show me your hands.
It's unclear what the driver was thinking when he briefly pulled into a parking lot. As soon as the trooper exited his vehicle, the suspect fled, once again reigniting the pursuit.
Still north on airport, 30 mile per hour. Show me your hands!
Just when it seemed like the pursuit was over, the driver shocked everyone by backing up and continuing to flee, despite having a deflated tire. The sheer determination and recklessness of this driver were on full display. How crazy is that?
North on East on Johnson.
After Trooper Middleton executed another precise pit maneuver, the suspect finally realized that escaping by car was no longer an option. He exited the vehicle and fled on foot, but was quickly tased and arrested. This chaotic chase finally came to an end. What do you think? What punishment does this reckless driver deserve? Let us know your thoughts. On August 6, 2022, Trooper Gregory Rowland conducted a traffic stop on a Chevrolet Silverado for driving 77 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. When the trooper instructed the driver to exit the vehicle, the driver suddenly accelerated, fleeing the stop and initiating a pursuit. Not long after the pursuit began, the driver brought the vehicle to a stop. Both he and his wife exited the vehicle and fled on foot in opposite directions through the woods. They were both apprehended shortly after, proving once again that fleeing from law enforcement is futile. They were taken into custody, bringing this unusual chase to an end.